LeBar Eisenberg, CSR Wrestling Inc., your number one procrastination tool on the internet. Make sure you follow us all over social media. We got clips every single weekend. We are the place to be if you want to talk pro wrestling intelligently, not a bunch of curse-ridden rants, not a bunch of not a bunch of sitting in the basement, never been around a girl, never been around a steel chair, never been around an ounce of blood.
We've been around girls, Justin, haven't we? Both you and I, baby, dating back to 2007 when our eyes first met each other.
Well, why did I?
2006, actually, but
I should have never even used that as an intro.
You should really have never. 12 years. We're almost like the Undertaker right now. A decade of destruction, baby.
Point being, yes, we're dressed nicely, but yes, we can talk intelligently about pro wrestling and WWE. All right, let's talk intelligently. Sometimes. Let's talk intelligently about Ronda Rousey. WWE proved that they knew what they were doing in her debut match at WrestleMania. Arguably one of the best debuts ever, maybe arguably the best match of the night. And that tag match she had at WrestleMania. Now it looks like we're going to get her first ever singles match, and it's going to be for the women's championship on Raw against Nia Jax. Based upon the very little, we still have a few more weeks to build, but just on your feeling right now, is this the best decision in terms of how you pursue Ronda's first singles match?
I think, man, that's a tough question because we talked about it last week. The timing, meaning the venue and the actual pay-per-view and or network special in city and everything like that isn't what we all thought it would be. We wanted it to be in New York. We wanted it to be either SummerSlam or WrestleMania next year. So we had all these ideas of when Ronda Rousey would be crowned as the Raw Women's Champion, and they expedited that process pretty quickly. Looking at the bigger picture, though, I am getting more comfortable with seeing Ronda Rousey as champion, similar to what they're doing to Brock Lesnar, but with more dates, with more matches, and with more in-depth storylines. So when this time next year comes around, we might be talking about how great Charlotte versus Ronda was to end WrestleMania in New York. Because I think that's the only match that the women could ever end and ever main event WrestleMania is Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. And we always thought, well, Charlotte would be the champion and they would crown Rousey as her first championship reign in WWE. Well, now maybe somebody thought, well, wouldn't it be great since Charlotte just broke the streak if Charlotte could potentially break another streak and recapture a championship at WrestleMania in New York? It's very telling, and I know you're going to talk a little bit more about this, but it's very telling to me that WWE needed Stephanie McMahon there on Monday to sell this feud because, well, quite frankly, neither of those two women, neither of their strengths is their mic work.
Yeah, I try to look at the big picture, but right now I do not think this is the right decision for them to be pursuing for Ronda's first singles television match. And I hope that I'm proven wrong by WWE. But right now, I understand that Ronda Rousey is a box office draw, so I don't care that she's jumping past all the other women and getting. I don't look at it from a realistic standing standpoint of what has she done to earn a title shot. She's a box office draw. But the thing is, I would rather see her have a little bit of a chase. I would rather have her have a little bit of a chase and just keep, whoever jumped on her bandwagon after seeing that performance at WrestleMania, get some more bandwagon people off of a match, not against the champion, but against a Natalya or against somebody who is credible and build to the proper venue, whether it be SummerSlam or WrestleMania. The fact is that I look at this and you look at the options of what's going to happen. She's either going to win the title, and it's going to seem just kind of very, very rushed from the standpoint of really couldn't cut her own. Two matches, couldn't cut her own promo. It's going to seem very rushed. Or it's going to be she loses, and that kind of kills some momentum. Or it's going to be a real screwy schmoz kind of finish. And again, I don't know if that's the best way for her first singles match on TV to go. So any which way right now, I can't see it being positive. I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope that they have some booking idea that once executed, we're all going to go, oh, now it makes sense. But I
don't think that's going to happen.
Right, and that's my worry. That's the worry.
Yeah, and that's, I think, everybody's worry, too, is, oh, we get it, this is what they were going for. I don't think that's a thing for WWE this recently. It's not like, oh, that's the end game, because you can easily tell that they're really just putting things together and seeing what sticks. And you've seen that with guys who have gotten
in between cashing billion-dollar checks, but.
So like they care about booking decisions right now. Let's be completely honest with you. But I do see, if I had to book this finish, one way that you could really do it without having Ronda Rousey suffer a loss or claiming the championship is one big spot outside of the ring. Now, we know Rousey did very well at WrestleMania, but we also know that Nia Jax is extremely limited in what she can do in the ring. Not saying she's a poor performer, but the fact that she's 270 pounds, this is not going to be the same match as you'd see Charlotte versus Ronda or Ronda Rousey versus Natalya, where you could get more technical. This is going to be Ronda trying to overcome somebody 125 pounds over her weight and somebody that's obviously stronger than her. So you're seeing realistic expectations that WWE realize the only person that could potentially beat Nia Jax for the championship and be believable is an actual fighter.
I still ask: is this match going to go off? Is it going to happen? Because it's not like this match. This match is not what the event Money in the Bank is being rested on. The Money in the Bank is being rested on the Money in the Bank ladder matches. So it's not like this match didn't happen because of some wrestling storyline, attack backstage, what have you. It's not like they have to offer refunds or they've just, you know what I mean. It's not like it's a headlining match at a major pay-per-view. So I still wonder, we had Stephanie playing, we had Stephanie speaking for both, justifying both, why Nia, the champion, would challenge Ronda to this match, why Ronda thinks that she could do this in her second match ever. So it almost like Stephanie still came off a little bit as the heel, and you still have these two baby faces kind of like, all shucks. So I still wonder, is this in fact going to go off, and does it matter if it happens or not? I don't know.
It's a good question. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Well, we'll see more this Monday on Raw on Memorial Day. We'll see if we get any more advancement, any more answers, any more clues as to what to expect in Chicago for Money in the Bank, which at the moment will be Ronda Rousey's first televised singles match in WWE, and it's going to be for the Raw Women's Championship. Speaking of championship, let's talk about the Universal and World next segment. AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, both been holding the titles for quite a while. Who will be the first person to take the title off of one of them? Who will break the long tenured title runs that these men are having? Well, Josh and I will give our thoughts and opinions to that. Chair Shot Rally, Wrestling Inc. Don't go anywhere. We got more to watch here on the Binge Playlist.